I thought I'd start off this day on a positive note and change the backdrop on my computer to the early time when I first bought the R1 and Karen was riding with me all the time back then. Good memories. Now it's funny, for whatever reason I started off the day remembering, or maybe not wanting to remember, the R1 is now 10 years old officially. And what happens to me is when I've had a bike since it was brand new, like a one owner, to me it's always new. I've had the Suzuki since it's new, it's a one owner, and guess what? It's not 10 years old. It's an 82. That must mean I'm really old. And of course the oldest of my children, 1977, still looks pretty good for an old girl. Still runs great too. And that brings us to the FZR restoration. This is a 91, of course. And we're going to try to make it look like brand new. Or not brand new, better than brand new. And we're actually going to try to make Steve's project even better than new. The parts on this have dried up in the last couple of days out here in the garage. While Miles is using his bench. Officially Steve's Ninja bench is now a Lego bench. And of course in the laundromat the parts are drying. And I'm going to check the weather this morning, which has been pretty unpredictable, and see how I can use this day efficiently. So no, I don't know why this happened or how it happened. I just happened to be thinking about the R1 today, and last night too. And I was thinking, these headlights, just one choice I have. The John Pothia got me these real high intensity LED, and they replace regular bulbs. Well, one of the things, I'm going to try to find out if they have these in two filaments. A double filament LED, I'll find out from John. They're super, super bright, and what that'll allow me to do is do the conversion that I want to do on the FZR, where inside the scoops, the headlights and blinkers will all be one. I don't remember how much we paid for these, but John found these bulbs and they are just great. So again, that's one thing I'm working on as a separate FZR restoration issue. And one of my original FZR issues, I wanted to have these mounted inside the fairing in the scoops. And these are AutoZone parts. They're 19 bucks, but they're super bright. Super, I'm telling you, you can't believe how bright they are. And what I wanted to do is turn these into not only that they're running lights or headlights, but they're blinkers at the same time. And I thought, well, to do that I need a double socket bulb, or I need two bulbs, or I need the equivalent of like a tail light that has two circuits. Haven't been able to find it, but I'm going to ask John to look on the internet. Those R1 bulbs look like they're going to be the answer. Now, for anybody who doesn't go back 10 years on Windy videos, molding these two parts that replace the headlights, they're not available anywhere from anybody. So I molded both of them, and they really are, they were a big job to get them right. But here's the thing, I still have the original, the lights that come with the R1, they may fit in a scoop too. So I got a lot of choices, a lot of stuff to think about today. And the headlights on this have worked out great, and one of the things, see, if this works out the way I want, I'm going to try to convert this also to have that the running lights become the blinkers of the bike because they're so nice and bright. Again, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. We're working on it. So the FZR is not just, I had several, I actually made a list of about 20 things I wanted to do during the restoration. The paint, of course, is the biggest one, in the bodywork. The lighting, the blinkers was another. Straightening out the back, which I've already done with extra brackets. Several things. Now, what makes it worth doing is this bike is set. I have the handlebars on, the bars that I like. The seat is comfortable. The power, it runs just about as nice as you could expect from a coming up on 30-year-old bike. There's a lot to like here, and that's why I thought it was worth doing this restoration. Plus, the biggest thing of all, when it's all put together, I think it's a cool looking bike. Now, I always tell this story to people who don't know before we get down to the shop and start working. It was during this time in the early 90s, and when the FZRs, late 80s, early 90s, FZRs were popular, I had thought about buying a brand new one. And my GS, of course, was about 10 years old then. Yeah, it's starting to show some signs of age, and I was thinking, trade it in or whatever. And then, for some reason, I don't remember what happened. I just never bought one. And then I always regretted that I never had an FZR. So when a chance came to buy this real cheap, and Luciano found it on the internet, I jumped on the chance. And I've never regretted that day once. This has been a low dollar investment that's been so much fun. It's lasted many years. And the good news, I never had to sell a GS. I still have the GS. So I always jokingly say, these are my children, when maybe what I should be saying is I'm a polygamist and these are my wives. I don't know. But I have enjoyed owning them. I do enjoy working on them. And it's always been, every part of it has been an adventure. And I enjoy sharing it with the friends who watch these videos. So let's get down to shop and get to work. So I'm up with the chickens early. I got to make a plan what I want to do today. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. We've had rain go away. Got some black clouds coming in from that dimension. So I would guess the smartest thing here is to have a cup of coffee and get anything I want to do outside, painting wise, get that done first. Oh, it's so nice and warm down in the shop here. It's supposed to warm up a little bit today anyway. But I do have paintable morning. Looks like it's going to be paintable anyway. The wind is already kicking in. So I have a couple of parts here and I wanted to make a plan. I want to tack rag the fender down, get another coat of clear on. This part that I did the touch up with the airbrush, I want to make sure that's got no spots showing through. I can get some clear on that. I can get some clear on the two little other parts of the fenders today. And so I have another little issue here that I noticed yesterday. The bottom part of this white, it needs a little touch up too. So I have 2 or 3 hours of paint work to do today. But that's why I always say about sequencing. If yesterday it was raining, I couldn't do anything. Today I can get this all done. Now there really are just a few little spots on this that I'm not happy with, and boy, I mean, we're picking away at this now. And what I'm going to do is just back mask this and just touch this with some paint. I'm sure not many people would ever see this. And that's the problem. The problem is that I'll see it. But I can get this touch-up done early this morning. May as well do the other side. And it turns out, see, now the reason this came out like this, I think I know the reason, is when I was spraying this, I was holding it, I probably didn't have it in the tripod. When I didn't go back over this as many times, I'm using 1200 by the way, just to scuff it so the paint will stick. And the next couple of days we're going to be doing the decals. We got some testing done on, and it's still mystery meat about those decals, but we got to move on. Unfortunately, life goes on. Okay, so what I need to do is just right now back mask this, wipe it down, back mask, so only that white is showing, and get out there before the weather changes. Now I left that sequence in there that it was pretty funny. I had, because the coffee hasn't kicked in and my senior citizen pills haven't kicked in, I was back masking off the white. Well, it wouldn't have worked. But anyway, that truth in advertising, that's what happens in the real world. We always try to make the differentiation when you see things on YouTube and you see them in the real world. Sometimes it's a little different. Now, I'm surprised no young people have ever asked me, isn't there an app for that? No, you gotta lay the tinfoil down. There's no app for that. Okay, now assuming the weather hasn't changed, I'm gonna get out there and get some paint on that. And that's a small detail, But when we lay the decals on, again, another thing with the white is the smallest amount that of the colors of yellow and white, so I want it to really pop. I don't want anything that's white, including that stripe. I don't want it to be gray. I want it to be white. And by the way, these are those scoops where I had the headlights mounted in there before. And everybody always said, when I had the old the Ferrari paint job, where are the headlights? Are they retractable like a Camaro? No, they're in the scoop. As always, one of the key things is all the pigment sits down at the bottom of the jar anytime you let it sit more than a day or so, not even a day or so. Oh, you gotta be a Superman to open this up. Oh my bloody day. Anyway, another little trick I found. Not really a trick much at all. If you have multiples of these guns, and these are the real inexpensive ones from Harbor Freight, the threads on the more modern ones they look exactly the same, except there's more threads per inch. So when you go to use another cap from another gun, they look like they fit, but you spend all day trying to get them to go on and they don't go on. A little tip. Now that's a small detail thing, having that white really pop, but we're going to have the FZR decals down at the back. And every one of these little decals adds up in the final product. And having up by the heating vent, that'll dry in 20 minutes. Now the next thing, I have 4 parts to put clear on. Even though the wind is blowing, and you can see the minute you'll put paint in the gun, the wind starts blowing. So what will happen now is I want to tack rag these down, get the clear mixed, and try to get one more really nice thick coat of clear on that, and that will be hopefully then ready. Put it aside for a minimum 2 days, as we figured out or found out, and even longer, and then it'll be ready to be buffed out. And that's all part of the sequencing thing I always talk about, is to get that kind of work done, which we did yesterday on a totally rainy day, and now today we have not a great day, but a paintable day, and now we can get the clear on. And we've been having pretty good luck last maybe 3 years with the 5-star clear, and in our shop conditions, the fast hardener. Well, it certainly did pay to get up early today and get this painting done. Now we're just waiting to find out what's going to happen the rest of the day, because it's still early in the day. I may have some time for a ride this afternoon. It's up over 40 degrees, but I have to wait and see if my grandson's coming to keep me company and babysit me. So it's always good if while paint is drying, both out in the garage and up by a heating vent, I can get something else productive done here, and I can. Luciano's got the engine out of the 400. He said stop up and have a bagel. So I think I'll stop up by his house this afternoon. Now the way this day played out, I'm not so sure how it played out, to be honest. It's absolutely a good day for painting, but that's all the paint we can do until we get the decals. But we can certainly get a short ride, and I'd take a ride up to Luciano's and see how his project is going. The last time I dealt with this, I put a new tire on the back, and we still have some maintenance to do. It still needs brake pucks, but certainly this time of year, any ride you can steal is better than no ride at all. And it's always a good thought of mine that you do so much work on these restorations, and most of it is truly a labor of love, but boy, when they're done and you get to ride them, that the whole thing seems worthwhile. Because these bikes, to me, it's all about the riding. If you can't ride them, not worth doing. Like magic. Now that, just like magic, we're here. Look at that. Wow. All right, where you got the bike? Downstairs?
No, the bike is in front of Suzuki.
You should call Steve up. Tell Steve come up here. Hang out.
I replaced the transmission.
Oh, this is one you had to put a transmission in.
Did the top and the...
They're running good?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Try the transmission straight when it gets a little warmer.
You got a plate for it? You got a Moto Guzzi plate? Be like Mark Morgan, put a Moto Guzzi. I'll take it for a ride right now.
No plate, it's even better. You got to buy one of these.
How now? What are these? Tell me. This is.
You can find this on Amazon for 20 bucks. It works just like the battery tender.
Oh.
With the 3 lights.
$20.
$20.
All right.
No.
What was wrong with the wheel? This is the one we picked up at the Mafia junkyard?
It was a rusty chain.
Oh, okay.
And everything's fine now.
Okay. Hey, you got it all ripped apart already. You get the motor downstairs?
Oh, yeah, the motor's downstairs. And of course, the calipers. The caliper, the pistons is
Frozen shut?
frozen side. There's a frozen side.
Yeah.
Everything's original. Totally original.
Now, the bike only has 2,000 miles.
200 miles.
Make a nice cafe racer. Wow.
Oh, wait until I show
I want to see this tank you found.
the gas tank, the seat, the cafe racer seats. Of course, these are gonna go.
I think you should buy some more bikes. I don't know why you don't buy some bikes. You need a bigger collection.
I'm doing some work on
This is my baby here. This is the one I
Oh,
like.
this is it.
Ooh.
It's a monster.
Yeah, that's nice. So this is the tank you're looking at. It looks like a Norton tank.
It looks like a Norton, yes.
Wow.
It can
And that fits right on the 400.
well, fits.
Well, fits. You'll make it
You have,
fit.
you have to make a fit.
Yeah.
It's universal.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
universal. But the important thing is very wide where the coils go. I was picking different style, was very narrow. I said, this is not going to work.
No,
the coils
no.
are going to be on the way.
Yeah.
It's not going to have to send it back. Try to lift it.
Oh my God! You got to be a bodybuilder. What the hell is it? Maybe it's full of cement.
No, it's just steel. It's just so
Wow.
heavy.
Holy mackerel! That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Pistons.
These are the original cylinders?
That's the original one.
Okay.
I re-own it.
Oh, you rehomed this one.
Rehomed
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
See that, the cover?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that the rocker arms are in the valve cover.
Yeah, they built on
That's pretty cool, right?
They built on a...
Yeah, and then you just go in like when adjust them.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a nice system. I like that.
This is the piston where in an original cylinder the top ring is stuck. And there's no way you can pull it out. There's no way.
So you got another set of pistons?
I got...
Oh, you got a whole nother motor. I forgot.
No, that's the cylinder I got on eBay. It came with a set of pistons. The pistons are free. The rings are free, but they're totally worn. So I had to get brand new rings.
Right.
And this is the head with the broken spark plug.
How the hell are these plugged? They freeze
The
in
water.
there?
The water.
Ah, it rusted shut.
And the most
It's
probably...
like an outboard engine. Maybe this guy left the bike in salt water.
What they got stuck, the valves.
Wow.
The valves are kind of rusted.
Yeah.
That's why the motor wouldn't turn.
Okay.
See how much corrosion in there?
Yeah, that's terrible. Holy Christ.
The intake side is good. But the exhaust side, look inside here.
Ah! Oh my God. Looks like my underwear at the end of a pizza.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something fell on the front.
Yeah, I heard
So the
part of the engine?
no, is it the clamp from the exhaust?
Oh, the exhaust clamp.
Front, yeah.
400 Yamaha. Okay.
As electronic ignition, no points. Electronic ignition, I clean up everything. Or the gasket was baking. Was baking on the motor. Oh my God!
Yeah, wow.
These rings are totally worn, especially the compressor ring is worn. The lower ring is fine, but the top is gone.
Nice.
It's a wear out of the service limits.
Oh.
Yeah, I just need to clean it. And
What motor is this for the? This is the Kawasaki one.
the ZX7.
The ZX7. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the ones going back in the Honda.
Yeah, eventually.
This is the Honda one?
Eventually, yeah.
You need more toys, Luciano.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You better buy something to work on.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have too much free time on your hands. You're gonna be like me.
I got too many models I was lying around.
Whoa! You need more motors, more money. Oh
Parts.
yeah. What
Oh,
a guy.
God.
So the trick to doing the cylinders is put them in the dish. The dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
I'm sworn to secrecy.
With the
Karen, I don't put anything in the dishwasher. I clean it
with
outside.
the regular glasses and dishes.
Do you
and plates.
take all the stuff out, or you just put that in on the top shelf? Oh Jesus! Oh, God Almighty! This is very unique, though. I never saw one of these apart.
Yeah, it's easy.
You know, when I made you the seat for your 650,
Yeah,
I remember we were hot to trot for the 650.
yeah.
But But you know, you just, it's not a practical thing. This is cool.
Yeah, you bolt it on.
That is
then
cool.
Adjust the valves.
And then you just take the caps off and adjust
Yeah,
it.
1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4 valves.
Very cool. Very cool.
Couldn't be simple than this. I'm gonna make a cafe racer. So
Yeah, but when you make a cafe racer, half of this thing's going in the garbage anyway.
yeah,
Just like Turbo Steve's guy. He saw that
Yeah.
kid down in Texas. Oh yeah.
this is gonna go in, not in the garbage. I'm gonna just put it away. Perfect.
I was surprised that guy paid us to take the bike away. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the bike here. And that's the one you want to get the tank and everything?
No, it's just a exhaust.
Oh, the exhaust. Nice. That's cool. Turbo Steve will even like that.
Quite until revs.
Yeah, you like that. Yeah, that came out nice. That came out nice. All right. All right, well, it's been a great visit. We got to see the 400 progress, the Cafe Racer of the future.
Big tires.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a nice bike. This you had this since it's new, right?
2004, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like having a bike since it was new, except I'm not new anymore.
The last
See how hot you can make the coffee, because it's cold out here. I'm freezing. Wow. Hey, congratulations to Luciano on that 400. That's going to be a great little cafe racer. I bet Mark Morgan will even like it. Now what happened on the way home, the sky started getting cloudy and nasty, and it started out to be a good day. Got cloudy. Didn't stop us from having a great time. Now before we put the bike back, we want to see how the laundromat's doing. Whoa, it dried up. Oh man, even Turbo Steve will be impressed with that. Yes, 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 yes. A lot of yeses here. Anyway, all part of our fun. And we've got other things to do here on the FZR in the next couple days while we're waiting for the decals. Hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the ride. And I think once we get those high intensity, I've been thinking about it all day, those two little high intensity LEDs, that's going to finalize one of the last things on this project that I've had some thoughts about. But anyway, hey, could you have more fun than this? Boy, I'm stoked. It's not every day you get to work on doing your thing with the paint, getting a nice ride, seeing Turbo Steve stuff, cooking up on the rafters. Wow. And knowing spring is coming and we'll be out cruising around on our really refreshed FZR. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope Karen's got that coffee cooking.